Let's take a look at the Infinity pencil. Hello everyone. We are looking today at a pencil, an infinite pencil or infinity pencil. I forget which they labeled it as. I think it's a copy of a product that went by one of those names, but this is another one of these cheap AliExpress purchases that took forever to get here and just wanted to try. It is advertised as a pencil that will last essentially forever. And it comes in a variety of colors. A couple I have came in a package together here. And kind of a unique idea on a pencil, which actually harkens back to pre-graphite pencils, in that pencils or styli, prior to the discovery of graphite as a writing substance, styli or styluses would be made of lead, and or lead alloy, lead tin, or some alloy of lead that would make a mark on a paper and were useful for, especially for making lines on paper or parchment, so that your lettering with ink, with a dip ink pen, would then be straight. So you'd make these light lines on the paper with a lead point, actual lead, not the graphite that we call lead now, but that's primarily why we call it lead. That and graphite kind of resembles lead a little bit. Anyway, that's neither here nor there, but this is a similar idea. This is some type of metal alloy. It is not graphite on the tip there, and it does not go up into the pencil at all. It is just this little nub at the end, and it makes a mark on paper somewhat reminiscent of graphite, but we'll take a look at that and you can be the judge on how well it fulfills that purpose. This clearly was designed, my daughter reminded me, designed to look like a fountain pen, a Lamy or Lamy, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, Safari I think it is. I'll have to check with her on the details on that, but it's clearly designed after that pen to resemble that. So if you have one of those, you probably know what I'm talking about. But because it's not wearing away the way graphite does, it's, I suppose, why they call it the infinite pencil. It's supposed to last forever, this tip. Although their confidence in that assertion must be very low, because this particular pack came with multiple replacement nibs or tips. And as you can see how it doesn't go down inside the pencil. It's just the cone-shaped bit of metal alloy is all that there is to the writing point. It also came with some extra erasers, and we'll look at that in a second. There's some things about this that I just can't figure out. Actually, let's look at that right now. So the cap kind of snaps on. It's got this curiously shaped pocket clip, got black on the end on all of the varieties. Came in other colors too. The plastic feels, it's like a, it's a very cheap kind of plastic. It doesn't feel the best quality, but I paid next to nothing for it. You unscrew this, and there's an eraser inside, and I can't quite figure out how this is intended to be used. It just kind of is sitting loosely in there, and it's too small to be gripped in there in any way. So I don't know. Maybe somebody who's used one of these can tell me. Is it supposed to stick into something for use? Kind of fits snugly in there, but when you put it back together, eventually it falls loose and will just kind of jiggle inside the pencil. So I don't know if to erase, you just kind of open it up, pull the eraser out, and use it. No idea. Maybe somebody else knows. There were no instructions with the infinite pencil. So kind of a neat idea and neat design, again, reminiscent of the ancient predecessors of the graphite pencil. See on the yellow, the eraser has slipped down. I'm just not sure what that design was intended to do. But we'll get to the real problem with this pencil when we write with it, and let's do that right now. Okay, no better way to demonstrate this than just to write with it. So let us try. Do not adjust your sets. The thing you're not seeing is what I'm writing. See how faintly that marks? I can assure you the feeling is as unimpressive as the darkness on this particular pencil. It feels very scratchy. It feels like you've picked up a chunk of metal and are attempting to make marks on paper. It's just not pleasant and not really useful when you see how light it is. Now, if I were going to make notes, maybe a little note in the margin of a book, and I wanted it light, might be useful for that possibly. Let's get an actual pencil whose tip not all that dissimilar. Let's see what an actual pencil can do as compared with this. I'm putting way less pressure on this than I did on the quote-unquote infinite pencil. There's a bit of a difference. If I try to make a dark line with this, shockingly I can. Can't say the same for the infinite pencil. In fact, I'll probably just poke through the paper. Neat idea. In execution, disappointing at best. The pencil I'm using for those keeping score at home is one of my very favorites. The Tri-Rex. It's the intermediate size. Has a diameter not unlike a traditional standard pencil, but a very thick graphite core. Fantastic pencil. Still manufactured right here in the USA. Don't have to order it through AliExpress. You're going to pay slightly more for this than you'd pay for this, but you get an actual pencil. So it's probably worth the extra cents on that. You don't have to wait 8 weeks to get it either. Anyway, that's the quote-unquote infinite quote-unquote pencil. Don't rush out and get one unless you like really light writing. I don't know. It's like one of those things you have to put lemon juice on afterwards and read the secret message, maybe. I don't know. But again, neat idea. It's kind of a cute design, but pretty impractical. Just not my thing. So that gets a thumbs down from me, despite the pretty colors. Maybe I'll just use them as pointers in other videos of actual pencils. Thanks for watching today. Hope to see you here again next time.